It's important to recognize the actual people on the street and the suffering that they go through.
A memorial today for lives lost on Spokane streets this year.
Partly cloudy for our Monday across the inland northwest with some light mountain snow. Temperatures are dipping back down into the 30s and mid-40s.
And the search continues for the truck police believe could be involved in the death of WSP Trooper Tara Marissa Guting. The details tonight. Good evening and thanks for joining us for KREM 2 News. I'm Caitlin Galloway. Mark has the night off. We're starting off tonight with a first look at our forecast with Regan Gallo. Hey, Regan.
Hey, Caitlin. Yeah, good evening. For our couple of days heading into Christmas Eve, it's kind of a, what will it be? Some occasional rain. That's kind of what we're seeing right now outside of the our weather center here on the South Hill Station. We had raindrops earlier for our afternoon shows, and that has all dried off, as I can see on the pavement. So some areas might see some occasional rain throughout the next few days. Some might just see some cloudy skies. Now, current temperatures outside here in the Spokane area, 37 degrees. It was about 41 degrees earlier this evening, so it has gone down. Now, we're not seeing those freezing temperatures we normally see during this time of year in December near Christmas, but it is getting colder since that atmospheric river and all that wind and those power outages that we had in the last 2 weeks or so. Okay, some other headlines, like I said, partly cloudy. Those temps are cooling down and light mountain snow as well. However, we do have some winter weather advisories I'm going to talk about coming up later in our forecast.
Thank you so much, Regan. Well, it's time now for your Night Beat with a quick look at today's top stories. A Spokane woman is now charged with second-degree murder in federal court for allegedly stabbing a man to death on the Spokane reservation. According to court documents, 37-year-old Delilah Axtell is accused of stabbing a 40-year-old man in his apartment 2 months ago. If convicted, she could be sentenced to life in prison. The victim's identity has not yet been released. And just this morning, Whitman County Sheriff's Office said they're investigating what may be human remains found near Colfax. The remains were found in a remote area along South Palouse River Road. They say because of decomposition, it's not possible to determine the sex or identity of the deceased. The Washington State Patrol Crime Lab is helping with the case. And this morning, a truck out in Airway Heights veered off the road and crashed into a home. You can see the aftermath on your screen right now. It appears that the truck lost control while driving through a roundabout. Most of the damage was on the front porch. Police haven't told us about any injuries. Well, the search for this pickup truck continues. The Tacoma Police Department believes this truck is involved in Trooper Tara Marissa Guting's death this weekend. Investigators think it's either a Chevy or Cadillac. It's not clear if Trooper Guting was hit by accident. WSP says for Guting, the first vehicle that struck her likely did not do so intentionally. That driver stayed at the scene and cooperated, but the impact threw her into the right lane where a second dark pickup truck struck her again. For those interested in sending donations to support Trooper Guting, WSP says the public is welcome to donate toward the Washington State Patrol Memorial Foundation. And a woman who police say called and confessed to killing her father has been found competent to stand trial. Police say 31-year-old Alyssa Bradburn shot her father in June of last year at their home in the 5600 block of North Cochrane Street and then called police to turn herself in. Bradburn now faces first-degree murder charges. She's expected to appear in court on February 2nd. That's it for your Night Beat. For more on any of these stories, head to our website, krem.com. Well, today, community members gathered for a memorial service hosted by Chaz Health to shine a light on the homeless population in Spokane who have died this year. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy attended the service and brings us the details.
The service happened here at the Denny Murphy Clinic on 2nd Avenue. Many of its organizers and attendees hope the lives aren't forgotten and that more is to be done to try and end homelessness in Spokane. Folks gathered in the parking lot of the clinic to hear from homeless advocates in the community. In Stephen Martin's case, he can speak to the hardships of being without a home in Spokane for several years. He says he's known people in the same position who have passed away on the streets.
A lot of my friends have OD'd and died, and it seems to be it's sad, very sad.
It's a loss Chaz Health wants to shine a light on through Monday's memorial service for the homeless population they helped treat who died in 2025. Chas Health organizers say they counted 217 people taken too soon. A video played during the service featuring interviews with friends and families of the deceased and medical professionals saying each of their first names and last initial. Those names were displayed along the fence of the clinic for anyone walking by to see. The memorial ended with Chas staff providing hot food and drinks to anyone attending.
It's important to recognize the stakes and to address the problem appropriately.
Dr. Luis Manriquez with Chas Health says the service is designed to bring more awareness and humanity on the topic.
Homelessness is treated as like a political issue devoid of humanity, and so it's important to recognize the actual people on the street and the suffering that they go through.
It's a recognition Martin says he's thankful to see, hoping the memorial will help remember the lives lost.
It just means a lot that they want to put something on like this.
Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Connor, thank you. And don't go to bed just yet. One nonprofit in Idaho is turning forgotten food into something powerful. The details coming up. But first, the Justice Department released more of its files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein over the weekend. The latest on the case in just 90 seconds.